Mira Business FM, Dubai's home of business radio.
This is Luxury Breaks, another edition today, and we're talking about buying a used car, not a new car, a used car in the UAE, mainly, and it's really very much about being digital these days, but actually seeing a car still means you have to show up in person because you want to drive it or you want to, kick the tires, look around the car. Now, Cars24 is trying to change that. They're launching a new live video test drive feature. So, in theory, you can explore a car through a live video call in the app. That's the way things are going. So even more digitalization. What does that mean for the used car market? Abhinav Gupta is the CEO of Cars24 Arabia and is with us this morning. It's good to meet you.
Absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you for so much.
Good to have you here. We'll talk about the system, the digitalization in a moment, and also Jacek Ziomek from Z Motors is here. Nice
Hello.
to see you, Jacek. Always a pleasure to have you here. So we'll kind of tag team questions to you, Abhinav, if you don't mind. The UAE used car market has got a lot more digital in recent years. What was it that made you think I need to do a live video test drive? And the other side of this is, how does it actually work?
I think we ourselves were pretty surprised to see stats online. The new normal kicked in about a month ago. We saw traffic was still on the website. People were still looking to buy. They were searching, they were selecting those cars, but I think there was a bit of a hesitation to step out, to go and try that car.
Okay.
And it's a natural step that people search today online. The search and discovery is moved online. And we realized that we solved a big part of it in the last 3-4 years. 90% of the people who select a car online with us end up buying the same car. So we realized that we solve the assortment, the discovery, the selection. But still that final leap that I have to go and physically check this car, was still existing. And I think we are living in a quick commerce wave, right? We want everything now, in minutes, quick.
Oh, it's convenience.
Right? So I think we just had to ride on that. This has been an idea on our mind, but I think, when we had that tailwind right now, when it's the same Zoom COVID movement, right? When Zoom, MS Teams, Google Meets picked up. And we realized that people are now pretty used to a Google Meet or a video call on WhatsApp, on different platforms. There was not much of a change in behavior. We could see that people have this sense of urgency. We didn't want that drop-off stage to come. And we really thought, how could we solve this? I think this was the right time. The time was ripe. The customers were ready. The moment was there. And we had to just hurry into it. And I think that's what completely just changed it for us.
All right. So how does it work? So I looked at your website this morning and I couldn't get to a live video test drive. And then I thought, well, I suppose I need to be in some way through the process of actually buying a car. But there's loads. I have lots of questions actually. But how does it? First of all, how does it work? You're at a point where you think, I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull the trigger. So what do you do next? And who drives the car so that you're in doing the live video test? How does that all come together?
So once you select the car, we end up booking a test drive, which is typically physically, or we offer an option for a home test drive as well, where we send the car to your doorstep. I think that's where we've given an additional option to do a video test drive.
Right.
So it's a video call where one of our executives, a car advisor, is on the other side. He picks up your call. You've selected a couple of cars. He takes you through each and every car, as real as it gets. There's no VR, there is no AI. It's as real as it gets. And I think we were just trying to solve the trust part here.
Yeah.
And it is currently placed. The option is given once you select the car, because we wanted to first start with that journey. But the way we are seeing the response, I think we'll have to open it at the top of the funnel. So as you rightly said, you didn't see it the moment you landed on the website. You will only see it after you select the car that you prefer. And instead of going for a physical test drive, which is a natural expectation that you would have, we've offered a video test drive over there. But we are now considering to open it at the top of the funnel.
Right. So you could come on and test drive a number of cars and
That's right.
Have them kind of in the basket ready to buy or whatever it is you do.
Exactly.
Okay. I have a friend that has a garage, okay, and he's a guy that is one of these. Aside from Jacek, who also, but his garage is cars that I can't afford, but he won't let me drive them anyway, so that's a different matter. But I have another friend who has actually a garage. I know, has a garage. See the look. Who I bought a car a couple of years ago, and it was an older car, so I took it to him because I don't have the knowledge of what could potentially be in need of fixing, or for any other problems that might arise. So I took it to my friend Ramez, and he drove it around. And he said, "Right, Tim, it needs this," and I was able to sort of say, "Well, is it worth the money that I'm thinking?" Because the owner said, "Take it to your mechanic; it's fine." And I took his advice on that. So you have to be. I think my point is, you have to be very confident in the car you're buying if you do something as a live video test drive, because you can't listen to the engine noise, for example. You don't get a real feel for, the condition that the seats are in that you would when you get in the car. So is this like a precursor to a test drive? Do you still expect people to actually come and test drive a car, or have a car delivered for a test drive?
I think I'm not saying that the physical experience will go away. Right. This is definitely complementary to a physical experience.
Okay.
But that said, this is also not that silver bullet, right? It's not that everyone's going to just put a video test drive and things will just get solved, right? To cross that barrier of trust, right? Trust is the biggest deficit in used cars, right? As you also rightly pointed, everyone has a story, right? The story of a dodgy dealer, story of
For sure.
cars turning into lemons.
Yeah.
I think it has to be a combination of offerings. So we offer a 30-day return, right? If you buy a car, you don't like it, you return it back to us in 30 days. We refund all your money. We offer you a lifetime warranty on a used car. When we asked our customers, what is it that you need on a used car? Why are you not buying it? They said, give me lifetime warranty. I said, okay, given. So there's a 30-day return on the car. Mm-hmm. There's a lifetime warranty on the car. I am saying you check it online. My workshop is an ESMA 5-star certified structure. My warranty approval rates are above 90%. My warranty CSATs are 80%. Our customer ratings on Google are 4.5, 4.7. I think it's a combination of all these. If I just go put a video test drive, nothing's going to change. But I am telling you, hey, take a video test drive, right? I have 25, 30 high resolution images online. So zoom into every seat, every corner, every scratch. I am marking all the imperfections on the car on my website. I'm offering a 30-day return. If you still don't like the car, for whatever reason, your wife does not like it, your family does not fit in, your bags are too big, maybe there's lack of power in the car, right? You return it back to me. If you decide to keep it, I am offering you a lifetime warranty.
How do you offer a lifetime warranty for a used car? I'm struggling to get my head around that, to be honest. You
would replace my car every week.
The way Jacek drives. How does that work, Abhinav?
See, we've over the last 5 years we've been here in this country. We've sold close to 100,000 cars in this market.
Right.
The cars have been of different age, different odometers. And, we've always offered a 2-year warranty on the car.
Yeah.
So we've seen many cars that we've sold over a 2-year period. We understand that a 10,000 kilometer driven car versus a 30 versus a 50 versus a 70,000 kilometer car, over the next 2 years, what happens to it? So if I tie all of this together, I can almost predict that over a period of the lifetime, and when I say lifetime, we generally say 10 years, which is typically the lifetime here, right? Over a period of that 10-year period, a lifetime period of the car, what do I expect? And if I keep maintaining the car properly, I can't see anything going wrong in it.
Not true.
I struggle because what's included in the lifetime warranty?
No, but because it's selling the cars like you selling the refrigerators. You don't care about the car. It's a touch. It's a smell. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
If you don't touch the car, if you don't feel how it drives, how the suspension works, how the engine and the powertrain reacts, how it changes the gears, how it sounds, only the idea of selling the car by the virtual test drive has no sense for me, because it's a good as I told you, I took the Land Cruiser to check, it's a good car for me.
Yeah.
It's not completely.
Yeah,
I will
well-
not touch it at all anymore.
Right.
But I had to take the car for a ride. I took it for 2 days. Then I can say
30 days.
it's okay. But in this case, you will change my car 30 times in a month.
Yeah,
I'm saying I will give the car. For
We are
30
in the
days.
different part of the scale, because we are selling the taste, the smell. We're selling the feeling of the car. It's a very expensive, but you have to feel it. In the case if you're selling the car only by the video and then you're exchanging the car, you're talking about the 100,000 of the cars sold. It's a different part of the market.
No, it is. But I mean, if you're looking for, you're selling a very different kind of vehicle.
Yeah.
Obviously. So it is a different thing. But if you're looking for a saloon, an SUV, whatever, something to throw the dogs in the back, whatever you use your car for, I can see how this will work. But I do sort of question the warranty aspects of it. I don't understand how that works. How you could offer a lifetime warranty. Because if I was to go to a showroom and buy a car, I may get a 4 or a 5 year, maybe I could extend it to 7 or 10 with some brands, but I'm not going to get beyond that. So you look at it that 10 years is the life of a car.
Yeah.
That's how it's, so this is averaged on
Mostly the cars after 10 years leave the country. They go out to some other geography.
Right.
For the 10 years, I think key things that matter, right? The engine, the drivetrain, the transmission, right? All of this is fully covered. Electronics, typical wear and tear items like your brake pads, suspensions, of course, all that is not covered. That's part of normal maintenance.
Okay,
but what are
how
people
it,
really worried
how
about?
how it works as a business model? Because for me, let's say I'm buying from you my existing car, X6, okay? And you're giving me a lifetime warranty. Next month, the transmission will gone.
I will fix it.
Okay, not fix it. You have to replace it because it's not possible to fix it.
Fixing means could be repair.
So
could be replaced.
the cost of the car is, let's say, 200K. Replacement of the gearbox is 80K. How it will work in this business model?
See, think of warranty as an insurance product. Everyone
Okay,
does not
it's
fall
only
sick.
an insurance product.
Everyone does not fall sick. So
Okay.
all of us buy insurance.
Okay, how it works in an insurance, if something happens seriously
No, I'm
to
just
the
talking
car,
about the calculation.
and do they agree, for example, to buy a new transmission from the BMW dealership, or they will agree only to get a used one from Saja?
See, I think it completely depends on the kind of car. And we are not committing
it's not
that
clear.
an absolutely new transmission coming in, right? If it's repairable, of course we will repair it.
Okay, but I'm talking
But I
about the
think
specific thing in the modern automotive is sometimes you cannot repair.
Then we will replace it. Then
But
we will have to replace
replacement
it.
is cost of half of the car.
I agree, but think of it like this, how are insurance products structured? Hear me out. All of us have a life insurance or a health insurance. You're paying maybe 5,000, I'm paying 5,000, he's paying 5,000, but I might say fall sick and I take 20,000 claim. Does that mean now the insurance company is in loss? Because you didn't take a claim.
I
And he
think
didn't take a
without
claim.
some compromise in realizing the warranty, it's not possible to close this business model.
I think currently it
It's
all
based
depends
only
on,
about the
it all depends
25
on
years
the
of
claim
working in
rate.
automotive. I know how costly it could be and how the insurance can play with the customer. Because it's good to sell, it's good to offer, but once it's coming to realize your promises, it's not so nice.
We've been doing this for the last 5 years. We've sold
Okay.
more than 100,000 cars. I don't know in your 25 years the number of cars you've seen, but
Do you know the thing with this? I heard that and I thought that's very attractive to me. But I have to kind of back Jacek up on this because the alarm bells went. Because I thought that sounds a little bit too good to be true. A lifetime warranty for a used car, that's fantastic.
But
It's a
also-
hell of a thing to use in marketing terms for sure.
yeah, so I think it's definitely getting us the eyeballs. But just to clarify, this is not coming for free. You have to buy it, right? This is an
but
option.
what's the margin of the company on one particular car? Okay,
Margins are
how it
always-
covers everything.
Margins would always have to be competitive, right? We cannot have our cars priced way above the market that is already there, right? People
But
will not.
if we look like this, if we compare to the big players on the market, let's say Honda, Hyundai, which are selling millions of cars, if they will approve your business model, they should give a lifetime warranty for the cars.
It's up to them.
No,
I have no comments
it's
to
about
that.
the money and economy.
I think it all comes down to the selection that we
Someone
are
has
making.
to lose to someone have an opportunity to gain.
I know
So
it's good that
this
it's
is how life
unbelievable,
works.
but I'm happy that it is unbelievable. And if it comes your way, would you take it? That's the question. If I'm saying I'm going to give you,
I'm considering my own cars. If I will buy
let me
from
let
you
me
my three
simplify.
cars, you
Yeah,
will bankrupt within a year.
not your concern,
If I
right?
will be a kind of your customer.
Well, I mean,
But
Abhinav
that's
makes a point
yeah.
there. He's saying it's not your concern, but how do you do it? That's the point.
So I think it's all data backed, of course. We've
Okay.
seen over 100,000 cars here in this market. We've seen 1 million cars in India and Australia as well. We've been doing business in these three geographies for the last 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
We have enough data points to see what happens to our cars.
Is it the
We've
same in
been
India and Australia? The
in
lifetime
India,
warranty?
yes. In Australia, we are going live very soon.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
India already live, UAE already live.
And you offer the lifetime warranty?
Yes, yes. So we've been selling cars with warranty for the last 5 to 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Put together, we have close to 1.5 to 2 million car experience. We've seen our cars go through different cycles over a 1 to 2 year warranty period. We know how the claim rates are. We know if they are well maintained and if there is periodic maintenance done, then what happens. There are, of course, fair usage policies. We don't want cars to be running 200, 300,000 kilometers, right? We don't want our cars to be used in commercial environments. So, an average, say,
So you
on
need
an
to
average,
set a car's life
yes, but on
based
an
on
average,
where it is when you sell it, the mileage when you sell it, the condition.
all that we do, we
All
of
that you
course
do.
filter the cars when we buy, right? We
Right.
would of course have a selection cohort.
Okay.
But on an average, we know that a car drives 15,000 to 20,000, 25,000 kilometers in the UAE per year. And that's the fair usage policy. Then I think that fits mostly all of our buyers as well. Right? If you are in those guardrails and if you're maintaining the car regularly, the car has a lifetime warranty from us.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
we've seen our warranty cohorts perform. We've seen this across 1.5 million cars over the last 5 to 10 years now. We understand what it takes, and we are ready to bet, right? And it could just simply mean maybe what Jack is saying, that we might end up losing some money, but I am pretty
In my
confident.
opinion, it's just like jumping into the automotive market, the group of marketing specialists and accountants, not knowing how deep is this water.
When we
I
came,
knew you'd have a perspective.
but when we came to UAE, we started with a 7-day return policy, right? Which is now we've turned it to a 30-day return policy. When we started with a 7-day return policy, believe me, each and every
I don't
person
trust
who I met,
anyone.
see, one, you don't trust. Second, everyone said we are fools to be doing this. Today, that's become almost the market now. And just guess how many cars. People said
There is
people will
also
use and
another
return.
side of this business. You have to understand one thing. Proper maintenance, like you said, almost doesn't exist in this country.
We would do it. We
People
have
don't know even in the most of the garages, even the dealerships, how to use the torque wrench. So in this reality, we have to be keep a lot of distance from the description, like a proper maintenance.
the proper maintenance, if done at our workshop, which is also an ISMA 5-star certified. We are multi-brand. We've put together, refurbished 500,000 cars,
That
100,000
doesn't
cars in
exist
this market.
also.
Anyway, I know you are in disbelief, but that's disruption.
So if I was to buy a car from your website and I did the live video test drive, I test drove it and I bought it and I got my lifetime warranty, am I expected to service the car at your workshop? Is that part of the agreement?
Or at the OEM workshop.
Okay, but that needs to be specified, and I need to keep that history, obviously,
Yes.
in order to keep the warranty valid.
Yes, which is also a
Okay.
fair expectation, right?
And do you? Well, no, that's reasonable. But do you have a list of OEM garages that you work with, that you recommend, that you
The
recognize?
OEMs have their
or-
own workshops, right? So if you
Right.
buy a Mercedes, you'll have Gargash or a EMC.
Okay, so you
Similarly,
go to the dealer,
The dealer,
or you
yeah.
go to you use you guys.
You
But if I
use
went
us.
to a garage, my friend's garage, which is not a recognized garage, but I think he's a great mechanic,
Yeah.
that doesn't work within the warranty.
because
Okay.
then we can't figure out, what's happening to the car.
Right,
We
okay.
trust ourselves or we trust the dealership.
I've got you. Okay. So you're looking at essentially. I don't mean to harp on this. We wanted to talk about the live video test drive thing actually,
Yeah.
but it's interesting that this is the business model. So if I buy a car from you, one thing I do know is that I have to service it at quality. I can't take a shortcut and do it at a backstreet garage kind of thing. So that's going to cost me a little bit more.
Yeah, probably.
Probably quite a lot more, but I get that satisfies the terms of the warranty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
And I think on the video test drive as well. So just to
Next time, the next step should be to offer a health service when you can scan remotely the guy and give him a pill with 100 years of happy life.
never say never.
That could be your next
similar.
opportunity, Abhinav. Who knows?
Never say never. Yeah.
But I'm going to go back to again as an offering. That's a very strong offering. I find it a little bit almost too good to be true, and I wonder if I'm
It is.
coloured by that.
I love the reactions right now in the room. So
No, but it's and we didn't bring you here to put you on the spot in any way. We're here to talk to you about the business and how it works with your test drive service. But the business model is that's an amazing thing to do. That must be. There's some serious risk in that as well.
there is, but I think
in that model.
Yeah, but we've priced in well, is what I assume, right?
Okay.
And I think that's the data that has just helped us take this leap of faith.
Okay.
We've been running this for a while now.
Okay.
And it's been just absolutely fine for us.
To give back a car after 30 days when you bought it, you've been through all the procedures.
We started with 7 days.
You put it on the road.
Yeah, we've started with 7 days. 7 days we started.
How does that work with insurance as well? Because your insurance policy is an annual policy.
So for the insurance policy, there's a proportional refund that we get. But I think these questions. Let me answer.
So there are costs if you change your car with them 2 times in a month.
No, there's no cost to you. The cost is to us.
Registration, plates, and everything, insurance, everything.
Registration there is a cost of registration. That's 300-400 dirhams, isn't it? So I can't remember. And then obviously the insurance costs. So if you took the car and you decided on day 29, I don't want this, I want a bigger car or whatever, I could come back to you and say, can we do this? And there would be a proportional refund for the insurance. Have I lost the money for the registration?
No.
That's on you as well. Wow. Okay. Okay.
I think that's how we buy from
rules.
Amazon, right? That's how you buy from Amazon. That's how you buy from Noon. You order, you don't like it, you return it. So there's logistics cost, there's packing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That someone else will take your product, which was unpacked already.
I just haven't heard of it in cars. That's the point.
But think of it like this, right? I mean, used car is all about mistrust, right? There's just lack of trust. And what can we do, right? What are those set of things that will just help the customer cross that, cross to the other side? And inherently, our belief is that everyone will cheat, but people don't, right? People don't. You think that 100 people come back with their cars to us every month? No, right? Barely 1 or 2 people come back. The point is that we have placed our trust, and people understand that we are doing our bit to help them trust that we are at the right place. Of course, all cars will break down and everyone will come and return the car. This is exactly what I used to hear when I came to the country.
Knowing the real cost of the automotive and the maintenance, it's not possible.
If I sell 1,000 cars and 5 come back,
you
to
can
me
sell 1 million cars. Doesn't matter. The economy says different words.
Okay, I will. Maybe we should catch up again.
Okay. I know these things from the under the hood. Let's say. Okay. I know what is the real cost. How much struggle is necessary to repair the things, and how less possible is to proper maintain the car here in this market. So this idea maybe might work in a different reality, but not here with no proper service. And maybe if the customers are not focused on feeling, touching, the smell, the real cars, maybe they use it on from A to B and they don't care. They kick it out from the house if they change to another. That's no problem. But if you are the, let's say, no petrol head because it's devaluating these days because of the electric cars, EVs. If you are the petrol head, you cannot use this kind of service because sooner or later it will kick you out from this area.
I think two things here. One, in this market, I'm still not saying that it replaces the physical experience. It complements it. It just makes it more efficient. You were confused between four. Now you've narrowed down to two, right? There are 10% people as we speak, right? Currently in our sales, right? 10% of sales contribution has started coming from a virtual test drive structure. But I'm not saying that it completely replaces. That said, the world's largest pre-owned company.
I've been
Hear
in
me out.
the local automotive working with the insurance companies as well. So I know the situation when the insurance is coming to us, we are repairing the expensive car and they're telling us, okay, my dear, you have to use the used parts, sorry. I'm telling them, how? How to explain to customer? It's not your business, my dear. We pay for that. So use the used parts and place into the car because we pay for it. This is how it works with the insurance. So I'm very distant if I hear that the warranty is not from the manufacturer, but it's the insurance product. I know how they play.
No, it's not. No. Sorry. I think you misunderstood me. I was just trying to explain the economics of warranty work like a insurance product.
Okay,
It
but
is
the
not an
insurance has a
product.
risk as well, so they have also to minimize the risk and maximize the profit. So
How do they
this
do
is
that?
how they play
How do
under
they-
the hood, behind the door.
Correct. So agreed.
But to satisfy the lifetime warranty, you go to the dealer to fix it,
We do it ourselves. We have a
or you do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the choice that the customer has.
no. We do it ourselves. So if there something goes wrong, so the
Customer
maintenance can happen at the workshop.
Have to receive a working car. Customer doesn't know what's going on
Okay.
behind the door.
I'm still slightly confused by it, to be honest with you, as a business model, but because it breaks my perception is that it breaks so many rules. You would be the ultimate kind of car tech disruptor, really.
That's
By offering,
the aim. That's the aim.
is
But I
that's
think-
the aim, huh?
But also, this is a good business model to build it up, to make it looking profitable and sell it to the big investor.
I
That's
don't
a
think we have
brilliant business idea.
we have no intention of selling the business.
Okay.
But that said, I think on the virtual test drive structure, right? I'm not sure if you're aware of Carvana. Carvana is the largest pre-owned car retailer in the US. They sell millions of cars online a month. They don't have physical locations. There is no test drive. Everyone
I know
buys
the
online.
marriages they met on Tinder. So
Absolute disbelief.
No, but it's fair though,
Yeah.
because the cynical position is the
Yeah,
obvious
I agree.
position.
I mean, that's how it should be. That's the balance.
With a model like this. But it's fair to ask the questions because, ultimately, if the consumer benefits and, you get a great deal and you can trust in that deal and you can build that, then it's a great business. I'm just struggling to get to grips with how you can. I'm still at the lifetime warranty thing here, to be honest with you, because that seems to me like that could be very expensive. So to satisfy the warranty, you have to take the car to the dealer or you take it to your garage, and that's fine. And then if there is a problem,
We fix it.
you fix it, and you're using parts from.
We source parts.
Whatever the
what
part
if something
is.
is going on within the warranty time and the car has to stay in the garage, let's say 2-3 months?
There's
You're
a
giving
courtesy
kind
car.
of rent
There's
a
a
car?
courtesy car. Yeah. There's a courtesy car.
Okay, so
That's the law of the
another side
land.
to
I
it.
mean, we can't even decide that.
It depends on
government
the
mandates.
agreement with the insurance one.
Wow.
This is not insurance. I'm again repeating. I was just trying to explain how the economics of the warranty work. It's similar to the logic on which insurance works. Don't get into parts and go for health, go for any insurance, go for your property insurance. Ultimately, they
Sorry
would
to
insure.
thinking as in the real world, not in the marketing and
No, real world only. That's how the
creative
underwriters
accounting.
do it. But that's underwriting, right? I mean, simply that's just risk premium that anyone builds. If I'm insuring 100 people, whether house or health or car or land, I know that all 100 will not default. And I will just build in my risk premium like that. And I will build in profit. That's the logic. This is not an insurance product, just to clarify to you. I'm just saying that this is
So-
how the economics of the product work.
You as a company covers all the expenses, not the insurance.
Yes. No, there is no insurance. I'm just trying to explain that the logic is insurance.
Yeah, no, I understand you.
I'm
The
more in doubt
explanation was in that way, but I mean, it's a heavy risk to have to bear.
yeah.
But if you're willing to do that and you can build a business based on that, that's what you're saying. Okay. What other features do you have that are going to take us by surprise, Abhinav? Because there have been a couple so far. Whether you think a live test drive is a good idea, I was thinking when you two were going backwards and forwards there, if you drive a car via video, what it will do, my guess would be, is it would start to narrow down the selection path. Can you really be bothered to drive lots of cars? If you're buying something, for example, you're buying something, an upgraded version of a car that you drive at the moment, a new Patrol, a new Land Cruiser, whatever. Do you really need to drive that? Maybe you want to look at a few different SUVs because you think maybe I want to change. I can see it sort of narrowing the selection. I can see the use in that. You get down to one or two and then decide, I think it's that. Maybe it's that.
Yeah.
That would make sense. And you actually physically drive
It's
those.
like trying to show on a video how salty is salt and how sweet is sugar.
It's a little bit like that, but you can sort of see the. If you,
This
there's
is
very
empo-
often, if you look at a video, you can narrow down a
Automotive
choice.
Is a
Right.
part of automotive are the feelings. Okay,
Yeah.
showing on a video, you have only two senses: the sound and the view.
Yeah.
So you're killing all of the rest, which is very important.
The feel of
agree.
just the feel
The
of the steering
feel,
wheel. I know
the
that's
feel.
true, but if you
The feel, the taste, the smell.
if you have a good idea that you just want to upgrade your SUV and you're not really into all that stuff, because you are, I'm not massively, so I can understand
But
that.
I always work like if the customer is there and is asking, for example, we have a special edition of the Ferrari. He's excited. He wants it.
Sure.
Okay, I'm explaining him, my dear, did you ever try it? Maybe it's too much for you. Because this thing looks amazing, sounds amazing, but it's completely uncomfortable and it's trying to kill you in every second it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe just take just a similar looking package, not this just a particular animal. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so how to explain him these things on a video?
Oh, that's true. But I mean, that's an extreme example.
Yeah.
That's not the example of Abhinav's.
That's
I
not-
would
that's not
think
the
that
average-
That's not the average
this
car,
is just
it?
an introduction.
Sure.
Then I'm taking
Sure.
the guy for the test drive or giving him a chance to drive the car a while and he understands it's too much for me.
Let me give you maybe one.
We had a similar situation when the Ferrari announced the Pista, the 488 Special Edition, which was the first one special edition twin turbocharged car.
Yeah.
Many people were excited. They collecting the cars from the Ferrari. Then after a few weeks, they trying to sell it out because it was too much for them.
Yeah.
They afraid to drive this car.
Okay. Abhinav's got.
Supercars.
Give
This
us
is
the
extreme
example.
example, of
Yeah.
course.
Oh no,
It's
I
not-
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you, and that's fair. But give us your counter to that. Your
Yeah,
example.
no, I think again, one, I am not saying that it replaces physical experience at all, right? It's not that all 100% buyers would move from a physical experience to buying online. I think this just helps people narrow down. I think in a car, it's not just about how it drives, right? I have to fit in, I have to check my leg space, I have to see, does it have an Apple CarPlay? How does the system look? I am particular about buttons, right? So I want buttons in my car. I listen to a radio a lot, so I want those 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. It just naturally
You want
makes
buttons and you want to dial for the volume. None of
Yes,
this pushing
correct,
the thing.
Correct, correct, right? So
yeah.
so people have very genuine questions, right? They
Sure.
want to see the sunroof. They want to see how the leg space is. They want to see the boot space. They truly want someone to sit and show them. So it's not just about driving that car. And I'm not
Okay,
saying
but if
that,
you sit on the seats, you
Yeah.
have to feel comfortable. Also,
Jack, I'm
you
not
cannot
saying-
explain to them like airline is telling you is that 33 inches between
Yeah.
the rows. So you don't know what it is 33 inches.
Yeah.
Is it comfortable or not?
Well,
sure. So what I'm trying to say is it does not, let me repeat again, it does not replace completely the physical experience. So I think the battle between, what we are trying to tell me is,
It's like a 10% of information.
yes, but 10% people are taking that leap of faith. And Jack, there is a company in the US selling millions of cars a year. Please check it out. It has at least 500,000 listings on the platform, all selling online. So I really
Best selling car in last year was a Tesla Y. It doesn't mean should I buy it?
see, everyone does not think like you.
I know, but
And that's not how.
you are the exception.
You're the
not
exception and
norm.
you're selling
No,
supercars.
no.
Everyone is not driving a Ferrari.
Okay, but even with the Toyotas and the Mazdas, it's same important, but on a different money level. Okay,
So 5 cars. Does this help me zero
I
down
can
from
tell
5
you
to
that
2?
from the Honda, Mazda, Toyota, and Hyundai, I will choose Toyota because of some reasons of working, how the brakes are working, how the engine sounds, how the car drives. But you will never show me those things on a video. So it's impossible. I have to try each of them.
That's
and
true.
then
No, I'm with you on that. I agree with that. I can see what Jacek's saying. But by the same token, you know, when you look online at a new car, like I do every week. I
in
look
my
at
opinion,
cars, right?
Tim, it's just a marketing tool
True,
to
true.
attract the customer and then grab him and sell him the car. I understand this model,
Well,
of course.
potentially, yeah, potentially you're right. But if you're looking at a new car, let's say, and you look at it online and you think, oh, that's the car for me. I mentioned to you this new Hyundai concept car, which is a bit like the Ford Bronco. And I'm looking at that and I can see the outside and I think the stance looks right, the departure angles look great if you were going to drive that off-road. It looks like an off-road vehicle to me. Now I'm interested to see the inside. That's where I would leave this. I'm interested to see what it looks like. Could I see myself inside this car? And I think that's where maybe this video test drive fits.
And let me actually
You
add
get
one
an
more
idea.
stand. Yeah, let me add
It's
one
not
more
going to
stand.
give you the feel,
Yeah.
but it will give you an idea of, okay, I can see myself in there. And that makes it an attractive thing. It is a marketing thing, of course it is, but there's nothing wrong with a marketing thing that gives you something that gives you a better idea of what you're going to buy. Because in the end, Abhinav's not going to take your wallet from your back pocket and take your money and give you a car. It's still your choice.
your decision, yeah.
Do you see what I mean? I know that we're being a little bit hard on you, not for no reason other than it was a surprise.
I would call them and ask them, guys,
what
where
you
are
offer.
those cars? Because I can afford to lose my time for those useless things. Let me know where's your car. I will go there, touch it, fill it, and then buy it.
You would, yeah, absolutely. But a lot of people would be like, no, I would like to see that because actually maybe I'd do that. And it may be that sways them and that makes the decision for them. Then they test drive it. Might be that they don't even test drive it. If you were selling cars abroad, if you were selling a whole bulk, a container load of cars, and you did video test drives and your dealer in wherever looked at that and were like, well, it looks pretty good, doesn't look tatty, I'll take it. That's fine. That's where this would really score as well.
You know, in fact, when we started off, we'd expected and assumed that these video calls would last 2-3 minutes, right? They would just quickly take a tour of the car.
Yeah,
To our surprise,
how long do they take?
to our surprise, they are anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes.
Really?
I think 15, 25 minutes when a customer is spending it can't be a gimmick. It definitely is adding value. 10% sales coming from there. It is adding value. So there would be many people who would not like it. And I'm not saying 100% people are coming and taking a video test drive. There are people who are taking, and there are some of them who are taking that decision as well. So the world is evolving, right? People are used to video calls. The decision making has moved abroad. 90% of our cars, as I said, whatever people select online, by seeing images, going through all details, seeing a small video of the car, they buy the same car. 90% people buy the same car that they select online. This just helps them get closer to a decision further.
It's interesting. I hadn't thought of it before. That was supposed to be the main thrust of this discussion.
Is the new interior of the Ferrari designed by the Johnny Ive. That's interesting. I spoke about it with the dealership last time. But you said about the buttons. That's interesting thing.
Yeah.
Ferrari now is offering for all their customers to change the soft touch steering wheel with the buttons
Because
option.
the EU government said it. They can't help it.
Yeah, okay.
Because the customers complain about the lack of buttons.
The government in the EU has mandated now that you cannot have all soft touch. And majority of these things have to be buttons. So now all OEMs will have to. They can't have the fully concealed doors. They can't have all soft touch. So they will have to switch to buttons.
That's true. The fully concealed door thing there's been some controversy there, but it's the little things like if you the volume control, fine on the steering wheel, but there should a turning control is.
I mean, I'm
better than
driving
This
and I'm
stupid
like,
thing with the BMW, you're making this gesture.
I am driving a BMW and I'm doing this and this. For the Viper, I have to do this, literally.
Did you try what it's doing when you're showing the middle finger?
You'll cut this, huh?
Something like that. But that's an interesting point. But that all goes to the safety, doesn't it? That's a different thing. We're kind of getting away from the discussion, I suppose. We've been talking about your business model for so long, rather than the live video test drive.
I wish you a lot of success.
I really hope so.
I keep my thumbs.
I hope I'll be able to turn you to the other side one fine day.
Let the future say what.
I see an X Motors Cars24 collaboration
That would be insane. Huh?
in the
We
future.
have a special option, the test drive with our racing driver. So
Would you know what? Actually, now this is a test drive that would work. You could offer this a track test drive of a
the
Ferrari,
track test
whatever.
drive for the Ferrari, I think it's a bit costly.
It would be costly, but
It's
there's
costly because we have to hire the truck.
Yeah,
first
this is
thing,
true.
and we have to. I don't want to use this word, the car.
Yes, you would have to
lot.
drive the car rather fast.
Rather.
Yeah, let's put it that way. But,
But,
there's something in this for you as well.
if
As
you-
the
if you-
video tours.
If you had an opportunity to ride with a racing driver on next to him, you will see he uses the pedals binary. On off.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he brakes in one shot. Otherwise, he will overheat the brakes.
This is much more advanced driving than I've ever done, I have to say.
So it's the experience not for everyone.
No, for sure. There's something in the video feature in the hypercar and supercar world that you could do more with.
Yeah.
I feel sure.
And the difference how the brakes works under cold and hot,
Yeah.
how to show it on video.
Yeah, well, that's a different thing, but that's a very different level of customer, isn't it? The different expectation of customers as well.
We had a discussion once when the Rolls-Royce delivered to us the car, which the interior has a different temperature of white color inside than outside.
Oh, nice.
Let me ask. We've got a few minutes actually. So Abhinav, I have some questions that I wanted to put to you. There was one in particular. I made a note of it. Do you think that the live video test drive, this idea that Jacek's not sure about, I can see the benefits in some ways about this. Do you think that's going to be something that just becomes standard in the industry? Do you think why would you not have that? Even dealers, maybe.
No, I think some version of this for sure will come into the mainstream as well. I don't know exactly what will eventually fit in everywhere, but some version of this with a combination of offerings will have to be there. Today you talk to any dealership general manager, and the one thing that he continues to talk about is how much footfalls have come in. Right?
Yeah.
They are constantly looking at leads to drive footfalls to their showrooms, and they have this traditional mindset of people will come in, somebody will meet, greet, convert that funnel. I think that conversation has to change to qualified customers, right? And some version of this could definitely get that going, right? So they've tried virtual showrooms, they've tried in the past, they've tried, all the VR stuff, etc. But, technology has its place, but, it has to eventually solve a real problem for a customer. And I think right now the tailwinds are there. People are used to this behavior. You're not really expecting a very big behavior change. People talk on video calls. People have their, Zoom calls, Google Meets, all the time. This country typically is pretty digital savvy. Young population mostly, digital first, DNA, mostly. So I feel that some version of this will have to fit in somewhere.
It seems like manufacturers could be doing more with something like this, because there are lots of virtual tours. If you go to, I don't know, the Jeep website, take that as an example, you can kind of navigate inside a Jeep. I haven't seen any test drive particular things. That seems
I think
like
test
something
drive
that
is
could be-
more valid. I would say, it's more like a digital viewing of the car.
Yeah.
And why I say this is important more in used cars, because every car is non-standard, right?
Right.
A new car is
if
more
you
like
take,
a
for
standard.
example, the same cars and a different mileage, different year, they are completely different cars.
So that's why just the apprehension, the anxiety, the worry that how this car is really, I think it just fits in really well. For a new car dealership, it may just be fine if there's a proper video of the car, because all cars are standard. Then it only comes down to color. So mostly all cars are standard, and they've done a decent job with images, with catalogs, with those kind of videos. But for a used car business, I think this will add a lot of value. Mobile phones already do this, in a big way. You go to a Samsung, and they will arrange a video call, and you can obviously see a phone. They would run features. There are multiple locations here where people are running this through dark studios, and I think this is also a natural extension.
Okay. How important is tech selling used cars these days? Is it everything? Could we do it with showrooms the way we used to?
Well, I think again, tech has its role. Tech, building fancy features is one thing, right?
Because you're not going to be able to get around having to have a showroom of sorts, a physical location. There's nothing you can do to get around that, really.
Well, there are examples, right? Carvana is there. Kazoo in the UK used to do that. So no showrooms, pure dark,
used to do that.
centralized.
Is the point?
Kazoo is gone, but
Yeah.
Carvana is still growing crazy.
Carvana's there, yeah.
Carvana is.
I guess the US is the ultimate kind of car
US is,
market,
yeah.
though, isn't it? That's the.
I think one of the things that matters is how the market is serviced, right? The service levels here are high. The staff is available, right? People expect to be serviced, right? Whereas US is more like a DIY market. I have to go pick up my own food from the counter in a kitchen, right? When I'm in a restaurant, I have to go bill myself or just maybe service my car myself. DIY things are more. These markets are, say, more high touch, high service level markets. So that day where everything becomes digital, I think we are still heading in that direction, but not as yet. Maybe there is still a lack of tailwind to take us there. There are more headwinds, I would say. But can we take a few more steps towards helping the customer decide something more easily? I think discovery today, comparisons today, checking of assortment has already moved online. I don't think there's any dealership who does not have a website, right? Which is, say, large enough for a decent size. Else they will have a mini showroom on one of these Dubizils or Classifieds, right? So I think that part is done. It is gradually getting forward integrated to try and bring the entire transaction online. Right now, this is one more step in that direction, I would say.
It's been interesting. This edition of Luxury Break today. Jacek, anything you'd like to add?
I said everything.
I'm going to take him out for a coffee in a Chinese car.
He's at the point where he's whispering.
It's similar. It's a new offer at the market. The last new on the market of the used cars was a Dubizel Pro.
They shut down.
And practice told me to not get from them anything because the experience is, let's say, average.
Okay.
Because if I'm calling to Tim is selling his Jeep. I'm calling to Tim, you're selling a Jeep. Can we meet? Yeah. We talk about it. I will recognize how is he, and I can judge the car because of the owner. Here is a guy. You have to make an appointment tomorrow, 5 p.m. You coming, see the car. I may have a more of cars here if you want to try. I don't know anything about those cars. I'm not sure the mileage is true. I'm not sure they were properly maintained. So I'm from the old school when we were buying the cars from the real people many years ago, and we were judging the car by the person. If you were buying from the dirty guy and the house was, let's say, average, better to stay away. If you were buying from the good-looking guy, the car was always perfect. So that's the old school buying the used cars. It doesn't exist anymore. So
yeah, but that's what Abhinav's trying to do. That's what he's trying to become.
they're trying to make it. They're trying to make a maintenance. But the problem is not their ideas. The problem is the market. Okay.
Sure.
Sometimes it's the problem to jump over the hands. It's too high.
We'll keep trying.
There's always a phrase every week from you, and that's this week's. But
The ideas are brilliant, but to fulfill it is very hard.
Well, that's your side. I mean, Abhinav would obviously have a different view, but I think we've had a pretty good discussion today. I've appreciated it. It's been
Thank you
good.
so much. Thanks
Good
for
to have you
having
here.
me
Abhinav Gupta is the CEO of Cars24 Arabia, and the irrepressible Jacek Ziomek is from X Motors. I'm so glad to have been the guy that brought you two together today as well.
Thanks a lot for today. I think.
It's good to have you here, Abhinav. Thank you. Jacek, thanks very much. Appreciate you. This is Mirror Business FM.